I think we need to find a way to get past this, and I think the only way that I can think of is to invest in black-owned businesses. And luckily, there's a group that's helping make that more possible. I mean, the civil rights organization, the NCAACP, has sort of set up this minority empowerment ETF. So you can invest in this, and you're in one fell swoop, you're helping all these black-owned businesses. I mean, do
Are
you think?
they wait, are they the right kind of black-owned businesses though?
Yeah, actually they are. They've actually taken some steps already. So they're they originally had a Starbucks in because they had showed some initial support for BLM. However,
I'm
there
back.
was an issue. Welcome
Quiet
back,
now.
Eva. There was an
Quiet now.
issue with Starbucks with it where a POC was being denied service at one of the locations, and just because of one infraction across an entire major company, they removed them from the stock. So they're very active in making sure the stock stays clean. I mean, do you think there's going to be this is going to be a good stock to invest in, Lindsey? What are your
I,
thoughts?
you know, I like the concept in theory,
Hmm.
but I mean, I really think that this needs to be policed a little bit more aggressively. Like, what's to stop somebody like, I don't know, Kanye West from standing up for this? I mean, technically, he is racially black. Are they differentiating between racial blackness and political blackness?
Oh, this is definitely a stock. I mean, just looking at the sort of what I've this article here, this is definitely a stock that's more about political blackness.
So you don't have to worry about like accidentally investing in Uncle Tom owned businesses.
Yes, they don't say that verbatim in the article, but they do imply it. That
Is there a
they're
house Negro clause or anything?
No, I didn't see anything about that.
See,
I'd have to.
that's the problem. That's the problem. What's to stop racially black people from getting mixed up in here? I mean, they really need to examine very closely the ideological leanings of these business owners.
Mhm. That's
Though
a
there's
really
another
interesting
issue
point.
I found present that while it's nice on paper, but at the end of the day, it's still endorsing capitalism, which I find to be incredibly toxic and incredibly dangerous.
Mm.
You're still feeding into the Trump regime's slithering tentacles by doing this.
You make a really good point. I'm so proud of you, Nev.
Yeah,
Thank you for adding that to the conversation. Really.
that's a really great point. Honestly, I hadn't even considered the effect that capitalism sort of has. I mean, so the question is,
But you know, even an even better point than the one that Neville just made, though,
mhm,
it's the question of racial discrimination. What's to stop if we are going to be going with? I mean, and ideally, this would be for politically black people.
mhm.
What about those of us who are politically black but not racially black? Are we going to be discriminated against?
Well, I I think we really need to ask these questions. Lindsay, do you know anyone who's really a stock market guru or anything?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know a lot of people who have their own money. Most of us, we receive financial assistance from one source or another,
Hmm.
usually blood relative. Um, I I don't know. Maybe we could ask Dustin's grandma. I know she's pretty much the one who funds Quinn's bail every time the pigs pick her up. So yeah, that's we should get
We,
Dustin's grandmother on here at some
well,
point.
we'll have to get in contact with her
Oh,
Yeah,
to
if
hear
I
her
made
point on that.
if I may add another point as well,
Okay.
they're doing it for black stocks. But what about other oppressed groups? Like you could have Islamic stocks, you could have JLBT
Oh,
stocks.
mm.
that's a good point. I mean, can can we not have this be more broad towards sort of all oppressed peoples and
Would we want to
non-participants as
make it
well?
Exactly.
fully inclusive, or would we want to, give each group its own sort of safe little stock space? I mean, I personally, if I had any money of my own, um, I probably, I absolutely would invest in a Muslim X stock.
Hmm.
And after that, I'd probably go for the LGBTQIAP plus stock. But, I mean, you got to prioritize these things.
All right. Tell me what you guys think about this. Capitalism is bad, so we abolish the stock market, but we raise up and as these sort of racial stocks or these community stocks for people who are oppressed peoples, so you can financially support them to sort of help them survive in this capitalist system.
Are you talking about like livestock here?
No, 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 very much not that.